Recording now.
Got it. Okay. All right. Three, two, one. Why the long face? You met him already?
His lawyer? Yeah, I hate lawyers. I hadn't.
You've been in the room for hours. Who are you kidding with? You never close to make him confess.
But, but, but Anis, the gunshot residue test. How did he know about that?
Well, I guess he's a pretty good lawyer.
Hopefully not as good as the blind one. We need him to confess. This doesn't have to be trial. You know it. Do you have any idea what is at stake here?
Are you really asking me that question? Like, seriously? Of course I do. I know what's at stake here.
I'm sorry. So how's your husband?
Well, we finally have enough money to afford that experimental surgery.
I'm sorry, man. You know that, right? That I'm with you no matter what's your call.
Yeah, I remember your promise. You know, it's the kind of promise that you obviously don't break. The kind of promise that I myself told my husband.
What did you promise him?
You know, we had a birthday party for our son. You know, we're singing that birthday song, and I was too busy recording the cake and the party. But my son, he was looking at my husband, and you know, I was wondering why was he looking at him for so long. And then my boy asked, "Why does Daddy smell so funny?" And you know, and I, I don't even know. I just looked at him, and one of the sides of his face was drooping. I told my boy, you know, I said, you know, maybe Daddy's tired. And the next month, my husband couldn't raise his left arm, and I said again, Daddy's tired. The next month, his legs start to stiffen, and again and again and again, I said, Daddy's just tired. I keep saying that. Then months became a year, and now half of his body is paralyzed. So maybe thank you to me, I guess. You know, I keep telling myself that it's my fault. And because I've been ignoring these symptoms that was clearly right in front of my face. You know, every day I wish we could still have the ability to talk and, you know, just be free to move. Every day on his bed, I'll tell him, you know, I'll do anything to make him walk again. You know, I want him to run. I want him to join a marathon or something, anything that's possible for him to be himself again. And I made that promise. I promised him that I'll do whatever it takes for him to get his strength again. He'll always reply with, you know, even though he couldn't talk, he will reply with all his strength. You know, he says that the only thing he wants is to be able to smile again. And that's enough for him to smile. He wants our son to see both of his parents smiling, you know? And I promised him, Mar. I promised him that smile.
Anis, you listen to me right here, right now. As far as I am concerned, your family is my family too. Your son, how is he holding up?
He's still a baby. you know, still a kid, my baby, our baby. Or at least that's how my husband sees him. I don't think my son can truly grasp this, that I'm fighting for his smile. But I'm trying all my best, all my might to get that back. Every day I walk on these streets, I see people happy, enjoying themselves. They never really know the murders that happened on the night, before, and the blood on the concrete. And they never acknowledge or pave the way or anything because these people are ignorant. And you know what? They say ignorance is bliss. That's why I never tell my son about these things. That's why I never tell my son about his daddy the truth. But I'm still going to do whatever it takes for that smile. And when I say whatever it takes, I really mean whatever it takes. And see.
Okay, nice, nice. Start recording.
Berapa